And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Tavon Young in on the tackle. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's third down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Prescott to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
59, ready. 25. Hey, express.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Get up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Ready. 25. 54. Check.
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan, he's got his man. This is Tate. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Ready.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, check. Ready to go.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. The throw caught by Cole. A big 30-yard play on third.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He completes it to Tate. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike 5. Mike 5-4. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, that'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. When we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Ready. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now, a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Jordan Reed has it. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Not today, you are. Not today. 47.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, quick plans.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Ryan now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play. Wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cody Core, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
51. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check 31, check 31. 80 weapons. Rush in. Check 26, check 26.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
51, Sam! Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we got Mike at the 48 right now. Hey, Zoo!
Ryan. That's complete to Slayton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They go play action with Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
And the blitz does come. And Ingram hauls it in. So that one will be accepted. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch! Switch! He's coming! He's coming! He's coming!
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
We got this.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Bravo!
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. It's brought in left side by Tate. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Box drop. Hey, South. Mike's by 4.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. 47.
Prescott to throw this time. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, kill. 47. 56.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, watch it. Twist. Watch the twist. Slam. Wait.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run again with Breida. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The throw caught by Cole. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? Looks like they're heading towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot now for Prescott. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones.